But when you find out,
good morning, good afternoon, and or evening, and welcome back. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It might not have been the best idea to go for a walk before the stream today. Hi, I'm Miss Macabre. I love when the neighbor orders something and the delivery driver knocks on your door, disturbing you from your comfy position. I am very sorry that happens, Miss Macabre. You think they'd be able to look at the number on the door? Unless she's purposely putting your number down. Probably not, but... Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the den. Sorry about the rough intro there. Went for a walk before the stream, and that might not have been the best idea, retrospectively. I've been sneezing a few times and blowing my nose a few times and feel super congested after the walk, so yay me. But we made it through another week. I'm glad you all made it through your week. My week, It was a week. It was just a regular week. Another week kind of thing. I know some of you might have a little more to go in your week. But we're here for Friday night for No Man's Sky Mons. Because we want to be the very best. Like no entity ever was. To adopt them is our way of test. To train them is our call. I will travel across the stars, searching far and wide. Bum, 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 bum. Each Palmon pet to understand the power that's inside. And I will stop. I will stop. I will stop. Wait, I haven't rated No Man's Sky? I thought I rated and reviewed No Man's Sky. Oh, well. But yes. We're here for some more No Man's Sky stuff. Oh, Lord. Yes, I actually came up with... across this afternoon, I have come up with a complete version of the song. Replaced words, everything, and I've even added in some extra beats, kind of like Vanilla Ice did. And so, you know, I totally can't get in trouble for it. Although, knowing Nintendo, they'll probably try to find a frickin' way to have a problem with it, because they're Nintendo. The greatest of the fallen giants. Greatest of the fallen giants, Nintendo is. All they can do is put out the same crap over and over again, and Sue gets in and just be Sue happy. That's what Nintendo's got. To all my Nintendo fans out there. All right. But before we get into No Man's Sky chat, I wonder, have any of you ever heard of a game called Titanfall 2? Have any of you ever heard of a game called Titanfall 2? Feeling like wearing the glasses tonight. Hopefully. I don't know. Depending on how it looks, I might ditch him. But yes. If any of you ever heard of a game called Titanfall 2? And with this being a cinematic trailer, I don't know if there's copyrighted music. Sounds like there might be.
Of all the things I've seen on the battlefields of the frontier, the pilot is the true dominant force. Fast and agile. Graceful, yet devastating. Perceptive, resourceful, and relentless. A pilot sees the world differently. Sheer walls become flanking routes. Pilots fight differently. Experienced in deception and maneuver, even overwhelming odds shift in their favor. But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield is the bond between a pilot and a Titan. Linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal. The frontier has been the only home I've ever known. For years, our lands have been destroyed by the IMC, forcefully taking our resources, polluting and destroying our planets, and killing us off if we try to resist. Despite recent victories at Demeter and beyond, we have a long way to go before the IMC is defeated. Now, I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
So, if I may say, freaking epic. Freaking epic. So, Titanfall 2 is a first-person shooter that came out a while ago. And unlike just normal first-person shooting kind of stuff, like dude going like all Kung Fu John Wick, you know, that's not what the combat was like in the game, right? More of like what we see right here, right? You have abilities that allow you to see through walls, grapple hooks and ability. There are plenty of like glass windows you can jump through. You do have a throwing knife. You do have the ability to shoot off a hollow projection in the game, and it kind of runs straight forward. And I think you can actually like do this a couple of times. You can have like a couple of clones going, right? There were no doors to bust through. There were no doors to bust through. If there was a door in our way, most typically it would open or it would just be a barrier, right? There is like NPC combat, so like not only do you fight against other players in a couple of the modes, but there's also like little NPC AI dudes that are running around in like squads, trying to utilize squad tactics, right? Do stuff around where their human players are, kind of thing, or to reinforce the human players. They were actually pretty smart AI, considering when this game came out, right? Now, this right here is like the greatest part of it, right? So outside of having like your shotguns, your assault rifles, your sniper rifles, like, you know, your different abilities like the grappling hook or the clones or the little we saw at the very start here. Dude throws this little dagger and it shoots off this little pulse. Well, this here does kind of what it shows you, right? He's running up and he sees these people through the wall, right? That's why he sees this glow and stuff. These little robotic spiders. I don't ever remember there being like robotic spiders in the game. Maybe in the campaign, but I don't remember them for the most part, right? But yeah, you see these outlines, right? And that's because he threw this little sonar dagger on the wall, and as it pulses, it like reveals things on the other side of like obstacles, cover, walls. So if like you're outside a building and say there's no entrance where the objective is, and you throw a sonar dagger there, it will show you where people are like in proximity to that wall near the objective. So it's like you kind of know what you're walking into. Being able to cook your grenades was a thing in the game, so that way you could come through here. Now this is an ability known as the command pistol, I think it was called, and it like locks onto various enemies in front of you, and then like when you go to pull the trigger, it'll like auto headshot aim like to each of the people. You had to charge that kind of ability up. There's several abilities that had cooldowns and you had to charge up. You did have a pretty high jump. You did have a double jump. This would be fighting more AI enemies, but again, like the whole spinny combat thing we didn't have. We did have a knife for a melee, right? Grappling hook was one of my favorite abilities. Grappling hook was actually it was easily my favorite ability. Being able to grapple, wall run. Now my buddy D-Wolf, he really liked the clones, and he started to get good, especially playing against us because we played a lot of private matches together. He got really good at using these clones, right? But outside of like these abilities and these gadgets, like shooting is shooting, right? So the thing that really separated Titanfall apart from just being like just another arena shooter, granted we had some pretty large elaborate arenas, but the thing that really separated was the Titans, right? And that's these giant mechs that after like you get so many points from capturing objectives or killing enemy AI, from stopping them from taking your objective, from getting kills and assists, you got to call in your Titan. And this Titan right here, you see him with the bullets that he's capturing, right? And they start circling around. This was, I forget the name of this Titan, but this was like your starting Titan. And the ability, his little ability there to use the shield, it would like block incoming projectiles and rockets and stuff, and then you could shoot them back at the enemy. So that's what you see coming up here, right? When he starts doing all the rocks, he didn't get to throw like terrain or rocks or obstacles or rubble. It was just literally the enemy projectiles fired back at you. I think that thing's name was Scorch, or it was Inferno, that big guy right there. He did a lot of stuff where he like spat out fire. Like that's kind of what he's doing right here. This is like one of his main things he does. Now he also likes, it's a good idea, there's a canister he can throw, and you throw it near the enemy because it explodes. And then you do that, which is like this flame and trail ability, and if it blows up the little canister you threw, it spreads out like an area of napalm and causes explosive damage, right? But you know, if you didn't have your Titan and enemies start calling in their Titans, things could get crazy. At that point, you're fighting a Titan as a pilot, and you can kind of see it right here, but every Titan's got like this little port on the back that if you are a pilot, you can grapple up to it really easy. But if you don't have the grapple ability, I think that was one of the gadgets you had to pick, was the grapple. I keep saying ability, but it was a gadget. But otherwise, you would just have to like double jump off of something, and you could like mantle and pull yourself up on the Titan and throw a grenade in the back of it, right? You do that like 2-3 times, and boom, the Titan would blow up. Otherwise, you needed your big old Titan here. And you couldn't melee with your weapons. Like you did have a melee, but you just kind of punched in a Titan. You had whatever weapon came with the Titan, and then you had the Titan's set of like gadgets, abilities, attacks, whatever you want to call them. My favorite was the North Star, which you don't see in this trailer. And the North Star had the ability to like fly up and hover in the air, so I could shoot down over things that people were using as cover. It had like a charge up rail gun that was like a sniper, so if I charged it up all the way, I could do massive damage. And there was a way that I could also like kill the pilot in the Titan with it fully charged. I forget. There was like a certain thing I could do, and you could like damage the pilot inside their Titan, and you could kill them inside their Titan. Also, his like ultimate ability was like I fly up in the air, then I just start raining down rockets on an area. It was really, really great. Really great. There was another one I liked to play as. He used barricades, and his ultimate ability was basically the same thing as the North Star, except he couldn't fly up in the air. He was like a boots on the ground kind of Titan. So he would like launch off this like quick rocket pod attack as his ultimate that would do a lot of damage. It was, I don't know, I liked him. You don't see that one in this trailer either. But this other one, dude with the sword here, this is Ronin. This was my buddy Tuna, Nocturnum DI. This is his favorite. Tuna's his nickname, not his real name. But yes, that was his favorite. Now why dude is ditching his gun, I don't know, because you wouldn't do that as a Titan, right? Like in game. But it does make for one epic ending here, right? Does make for one epic screenshot, does it not? I mean, dang. Go ahead and take a screenshot. Let me bring myself back up here. But these Titans, and being able to battle, have like Titans going at when you're a pilot, and you know you're fighting other Titans when your enemy starts calling in Titans, right? That was just like the greatest thing ever, right? Of course, you know, boys and their toys, boys like big robots. Obviously, from everything you see, they're trying to appeal to a boy type crowd. So, you know, big robots go boom boom smash smash, pew pew, right? Like you're combining that with like good tight first person shooter gunplay and mechanics, and then all this crazy stuff you can do with like wall running, double jumping, grappling, throwing out the clones, etc., etc. Oh, it made it was something special. It was something special. Now, rumors about Titanfall 3 have abated for years. It's a fabled game that we might never get, probably never going to get. Actually, we aren't ever going to get, because Respawn, the guys that made Titanfall, are the people that make Apex Legends. And they, according to them, they killed Titanfall 3 to shift to and make Apex Legends. They turned what was going to be a mode in Titanfall 3 into an entire game and expanded on it. Now, even after Respawn has said this, that, you know, they killed Titanfall 3 to go with Apex, people still have hope. Maybe it's a little bit of hopium, right? Maybe they're cracking open that can of Perrier and you know, Spaceballs, the new one. It's coming. It's gonna be great. At least I'm really hoping it is. It's Mel Brooks. Trying the new 7-Up Ghost. Haven't had any like major caffeine all day. I had a Coke with lunch, but outside of that, haven't had any like major caffeine all day. But yes. People want Titanfall 3. People hope for Titanfall 3. People still rumor that it's somewhere being made secretly in some mystical, magical studio that is Respawn, that is not working on Apex Legends. Somewhere. It exists. Right? And, you know, I can't say that I would not be happy to see a Titanfall 3. I cannot say I would not. You guys know me in PvP games. But I don't know, like, out of all the games that I've ever played with my buddies to date, where we just hopped on just to, you know, to BS around for a little bit. Just have some fun, some laughs, some giggles. Shoot the breeze while we shoot some, you know. Titanfall 3 was the best we had. Like, Titan Rumble, I forget what the name of the regular mode, I think it was called, like, Attrition. And this had, like, like, AI NPCs in there fighting alongside the human players. Like to jump in, I forget what their elimination mode was called, but like to jump into that sometimes. Like to do some pilots only on occasions. Play private matches with the buds. One bud likes like doing one thing out of all the others a little too much, and we love him. We love him for who he is, but sometimes he kind of killed the mood with it. You know what I mean? That, or all three of us just really didn't want to be on the business end of his Ronin again. It's one of the two. And Ronin, as this bro Cephas right here with the big sword, is Ronin. That was his favorite. So, arguable, he either killed the mood a little bit sometimes, or we just didn't want to be on the business end of Ronin again. So, I mean, it kind of... Take your pick. Take your pick, right? But people have wanted Titanfall 3 for years and years and years. People hope for it. People dream for it. I mean... just look, big explosions, fire, explosions, pew pews, bam bam, smash smash.
When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal.
By overwhelming force, or an equal. Come on.
The frontier has been the only home I've ever known. For years, our lands have been destroyed by the IMC,
destructibility in the environment,
forcefully taking our resources, polluting and destroying our planets, and killing us off if we
I mean, come on. Things in space, big explosions.
Now, I serve as a
heroism,
rifleman in the militia,
courage,
fighting to free
big
the frontier.
robots.
I'm a long way from becoming
Yes, it had everything.
But when that day comes,
all we needed was some
I
kind of
can live up
sports
to
ball
the
to
honor.
play in there too. It was like the perfect game for all dudes, right? We'd also need some cars, right? But never have we gotten Titanfall 3, and probably never will we. But there is something out there that is new. New. And it is on Steam. And let me swap scenes here. I forgot to open Steam. So I just need to open Steam here real quick. You know, username, password, such as. Updating. Well, update. That's right. You install. You install that update. Yeah. Faster. There we go. If you shout at it, it does in fact make it do stuff more quickly, right? It does. People think it doesn't because it's like, you know, a machine, but it does make it does make things go more quickly. Ooh. Oh, there's an update for Claire Obscure Expedition. This is a bit unexpected. We're taking a slight diversion here, chat. 8 million copies. Okay. Expeditioners. Today marks 1 year since we released Claire Obscure Expedition 33. This past year has been an incredible journey, and so we have a few things to share with you today. To celebrate the occasion, the team put together a special piece of artwork that we hope you will enjoy. Yes, we will. 8 million copies sold. We're so thrilled and honestly still quite overwhelmed to announce that Claire Obscure Expedition 30 has officially reached 8 million copies sold. That's great! New hair? Or there's new hairstyles? Oh, okay. Why do you gotta always go telling me everything before I get to read it, Macabre? Like, it hurts. It's painful. Physically. Not really. 8 million. Suck it, AAA. Suck it. Indies where it's at. Yes. Anyways, thank you so much to every single person who has played, created art, shared, streamed, discussed, and supported this game. Game update, new haircuts plus patch notes. We have pushed a fun little update live today. New haircuts are now available in the game, giving expeditioners even more style to strut around in. For a full list of the changes, fixes, and improvements, you can read the patch notes here. New content at a 1-year anniversary haircuts for the expeditioners. Gustav's anniversary haircut is available at the Gestural Merchant near Stonewave's Cliffs. Why there? Sandfall. Why at the Stonewaves Cliffs? Do you like hurting us? Do you like causing us physical and emotional trauma? I mean, real trauma that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. Sandfall. Sandfall. The hell is wrong with you? Thank you. Okay. Yes, Macabre, they did. It says it right here. It's highlighted on the screen. Gustav's anniversary haircut is available at the Gestural Merchant near Stonewave Cliffs. Imelda. That's it. From now on, forevermore, it shall be the Stonewave Cliffs. Verso, Mael, Lune, CL, Monoko's anniversary haircuts are available at the Gestural Merchant near the gross... You created an entire merchant. You put an entire new merchant in the world. Sandfall. The hell's wrong with you? Anyways, near the gross teat on the world map. I know it's supposed to probably be tete or tet or tete or something like that, but it's teat. It's gross teat. Because it's gross and it looks like a tit. Anyways, fixes. Fix an issue where Danus outfit Lunanicio made the character menu too obscure. Fixed an issue where it's not possible to open a rest point in various locations when an in-world dialogue was playing. Okay. Fixed collision issues in various locations. Adjusted some achievement text for consistency. We noticed something went wrong after adjusting this. We're investigating how to resolve the issue. Fix the issue. We readjusted some of the achievement descriptions back to the correct achievements. Thank you for your patience. As always, thank you for your support and your reports via the official Typeform. And most importantly, thank you all for all of your support this entire year. We wish you a wonderful anniversary day and hope you enjoy some cake to celebrate with us. Damn, I didn't think about doing that. The Expedition 33 team. Ooh, Dispatch is on sale, and so is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Turtles. And we got some good. I'm hoping when we save this. I don't know if that would upscale well. I don't know. but some good artwork. And yes, truth be told, I was, while I've been working on this Enshrouded review, I was also trying to simultaneously get gameplay and start to work on a script for a Expedition 33 1 year later review. With everything else, it's because I was trying to slot that in, and I'm just with stuff outside of content and stuff with content, everything else going on, I'm not sure I'm gonna have the time to finish it. So I want to do something, but I don't know just what yet. I might just end up doing the 1 year later review a bit late. But yes, I might just have to scrap it. Let's see here. If I finish the Enshrouded review, I need to get into Nightingale. We got some No Man's Sky mods to do. Phasma's hitting 1.0 later this year. I need to check back in with Marvel Rivals for the PvE thing. Give it another season. Well, give another couple seasons for the heroes. That way I've got a chunk. I need to do something for Expedition 33. I might do another playthrough. Again. I don't know. But hey, that is awesome that came up. Awesome. Forging the Path is live. I haven't gotten that one yet. All right. Go ahead and get some updates going, but what we were looking at in relation to there is a game called Shatter Rush. I'm not sure how stylistically it will appeal, right? It might appeal to some people. It might not appeal to some people, right? But for those people that are missing Titanfall and want a Titanfall 3, we might have something, boys and girls. We might have something. Let's check it out. Let me put myself over here. That is very Titanfall. That's a Titan.
Renegade, a rebel who's never been afraid. Go toe to toe with anybody on any day.
I don't know if this is copyrighted music. I'm hoping not, because sometimes they like to claim your entire stream, but that's a Titan.
Never been afraid. Go toe to toe with anybody on any day. Bulldoze and knock 'em down if they're in the way. Always hit my
That's
target if I
Pallet
miss.
Friday. Whoa.
Knock 'em out, hey, knock 'em out, hey. Second place,
Is that a
never
zero
had,
G?
I am not about.
Yeah, this is a Titan.
Go home, you are not allowed. Never hesitate. I never had any
What?
What you gonna do? What it's gonna be? You say you the best. I guess we gon' see. I never bow down. You can never compare. The best to ever do it. Yeah, I'm making it clear.
Fighting on airships. The building just got bounced up. Did you guys see that? Yeah. All right. If you guys are wanting to watch these on your own, the links are in the description below, along with all of the wonderful music that we listen to on the way in. That music is by NCS. You can find that on their YouTube page, link in the description below. So if you're wanting to check out those, I have it labeled for the intro and the outro, so you can check those songs out. But yes, these are also linked down below. And what? Now this is, as you can see here, this is pre-alpha gameplay trailer, right? Pre-alpha. So this is... might be a lot more rough looking than what the final product will look like. Or maybe this is kind of similar to what it will look like at the end, right? And they're going with like a very kind of highly colorized, stylized type of aesthetic. But a grappling hook. That is a tight. I love it. The smashing in through the roof of the building, causing the building to collapse. I'm wondering if like the building, like the roof collapsing in when you call in your big mech, I wonder if that is going to kill enemies. Now it doesn't look like the mechs are quite as durable as like Titans were. And it's like being a 0G or like having two sides that fully suits you through it. Now this is obviously, to me, like this is looking like a very movement-based shooter, meaning you got to be doing like a lot of moving, a lot of sliding, a lot of wall running, a lot of grappling, and fighting on airships, like hopping between airships. I mean, that is just going to be awesome. And then it looks like you can have a bunch of people in one of those highly destructible environments. Now, I don't know how much I'll get into the movement, because if you guys notice, here's where you can really tell it's a movement shooter, right? So the guy does the slide and jump kind of slide thing. He jumps up into the air with a lot of movement. It's like a jump dash or something. So, movement shooters can get a bit crazy, but it's you know, it's a first-person shooter. It's just another kind of first-person shooter. So something that kind of both has me excited and a little bit worried, right, is these mechs, right? I don't know how powerful this weapon is. I don't know how much this person is damaged. Boom. Big mech, down, one hit. Now, these also look kind of like standard guns. I don't know what kind of weaponry these mechs will be using. Titans each have their own weapon set, right? Like if you're a Scorch, you got Scorch weapons. You got Scorch abilities, right? If you're a Ronin, you got the sword, right? Like nobody else has a big old sword like that. As the North Star, I'm the only one that can fly, right? Like other mechs can do moves, and the Ronin has a dash that it can get a little bit of elevation with, but like just straight up, just I'm up in the air. North Star is the only one that can do it. So I don't know how different from just like the normal on foot pilot, what would be called the pilot in Titanfall gameplay. I don't know what that's looking like just based off of this trailer. It looks very similar. But at the same time here, you have a pilot fighting two big like mech titans, right? And in Titanfall, unless this guy's just absolutely incompetent, this pilot is dead. It is. This guy's on him. Unless this guy's just incompetent and unable to watch his buddy's back in case the pilot gets up on him, this pilot's dead, right? Now this right here, it's like you cross over this middle line, so it's like the arena is cut in half and then folded on top of itself. That just looks cool. I don't know how well it'll play, or how fun the game will be, or how good the gameplay will be. Or, I mean, people are throwing up like 96 out of 100, right? But that's like these people. People's opinions. I don't know how good the game will actually be at launch, right? Because we have seen a lot of times, we have seen so many times that things can be highly reviewed and rated and have like get like high Metacritic scores, but you know, players are like, it's ass, right? And it doesn't last. It does look like it could, like, you know, be very good, very interesting. Like, it's putting a smile on my face kind of watching stuff, right? Now, again, the super movement stuff, I don't know how much I'll get into that, but I'm wondering how much these mechs are really going to make a difference, right? How different is it going to be? How unique is it going to be as opposed to just being a boots-on-the-ground soldier? Now, that was a pre-alpha gameplay trailer, right? Oh, and this is now free on Steam. Here, we have Destruction 4.0 trailer, right? This came out 1 day ago. This came out 7 months ago, right? Just to put a little perspective in. So here, right out the gate, I'm going to expect things to look a little more refined, a little more polished, like a little bit more of what the final aesthetic is going to be. And well, outside of Destruction, I kind of want to see, like, you know, some more gameplay, right? That's looking different.
This is a surgical strike. Best clear the way. I'm bringing the fight. I lead all opposition delirious. Step to the line. I swear I don't take them serious. Set it all ablaze. This is
Okay.
the period. I ain't trying yet. You don't
Jetpack.
want to be furious. Tell me who wanted war. Treat everyone like
Overpowered ordnance.
see me enemies. I will settle the score. This will go down in
Oh, we got like airstrikes or something?
I'm an unstoppable force that's kicking down the door. Have you ever looked in the
100K
eyes of a
free
man?
alpha test.
See the storm in his soul till he turns into a bad man. Yeah. Unleash the beast, no cage can't contain. Go wild through the fire, baptized in the pain, the calm in the chaos, the spark in the black, the force.
So we got like little emotes or interactions, or maybe that's just something you do on the PC.
No time for doubt, the beast is emerging.
See, again, right there, that has me a little concerned.
Bring in the fight. If you get a shot, then you better not miss. Because I'm coming for you, better watch your six. If you get a shot, then you better not miss. Because I'm coming for you, better watch your six.
Okay, see, like, starts out here. The aesthetic does look a lot more complete, right? It looks less basic, less rough. We have terrain stylization. We have textures on the terrain. It looks like they're going with like a highly cel-shaded polygonic type of style. These look a lot more complete than what I would have expected out of the last trailer. This tower looks a lot more complete. And right here, looks like we got a little beacon that we throw out. And then skaboosh, there comes your Titan. Now this does look more stylized than they were in the other trailer. But I don't know. See, here, blowing up a wall in a mech, coming in, shooting, sliding, unparalleled movement, grappling over. This right here, like, I don't know how much this mech is damaged. Like, I don't know. It looks like this is a pilot fighting him, so maybe he's taking some damage, right? Turns, gets on this guy. He's coming super fast, shoots a rocket, jumps away, boom. Right? Now, it does look like it's connecting with the physical object of the mech, so it looks like they got good projectile tracking. And, oh, this is a stim. This is what I guess allows him to, like, heal maybe and jump away and survive the mech shooting at it. But shooting one rocket and then swap, or then starts to reload, it's like... is one rocket gonna kill a fresh mech? Right? That has me a little concerned. I'm still kind of excited for what I see, right? Looks like you got like a little side dash for evasiveness, so if you're wanting to do like the whole sniper thing, you're gonna have a jetpack. So dude's literally just flying up off the thing, destroying the bridge, collapsing it down on those two guys. Now, this is something else that has me a little concerned. Something I like about Battlefield is with all of its destructibility, you have the ability to like respond to and survive their destructibility. you kind of get some audio and visual cues before a building collapses in on you, giving you like a couple of really precious seconds to be able to like hop out a window to avoid getting smushed. Here, the bridge breaks. Let's see if I can go back. Oh, I can't really go back. So the bridge breaks, it starts to collapse, and right there you saw the red X from both of them getting killed. I'm hoping, and maybe this is because, you know, this is a Destruction 4.0 kind of gameplay trailer, right? This is from very recent. They have like a beta out, so this is obviously not the final finished product, but I would like to hopefully see in the final finished product that maybe these guys, as this begins to collapse away from where it's destroyed, it explodes, breaks out, right? But for this section over here, it'd be nice to see these guys get a chance to like try to run across the collapsing bridge and see if they can't like use their movement to maybe get up over here and survive. Or, this is something I'm just now thinking about after saying all that, it could be that the movement is so great that they have to die immediately or they will get away every time. Maybe. I don't know. But it would... But with this being like a physical structure, because we have grappling hooks and stuff, if someone's like over here, it'd be cool to see them have like a chance to grapple and try to pull themselves up, you know? Or maybe if they've got a jetpack. Now it says overpowered ordnance, right? And this looks like in a test environment against like some bots, just to see how much destruction that they can get. And it's actually a pretty good amount of destruction, right? Because as you see, they hit the top part of this like parking garage or office building. It blows out another part, and then as the rubble collapses, it's destroying more down below it. So that's pretty good for just like destruction mechanics. You can... In Battlefield, it's not uncommon to like shoot really high over somebody on a building if you know you're going to collapse, because then they're like, oh, hey, they missed. And then by the time this person, you know, realizes that the building's collapsing in on them because you're putting suppressive fire on them too, they get smushed. So it's cool to see that kind of detail in the destructible environments. Now this looks like we got like an airstrike that we can call in, or maybe that's a player in a ship. I don't know. But it does drop down like 3 laser beams, like, and it blows out this section of this whole environment. So for something like this, if you have a massive explosion that blows out a huge section or chunk of something, I wouldn't expect the opportunity to survive. But if, say, like this part is going to break off and fall into the gorge, people standing on it, you know, maybe they should have a few precious seconds to try to survive. That looked like somebody using a jetpack. Okay, yeah, that looked like somebody using a jetpack. If you watch this, bro, see if he's hovering in the air. And then you see his jets flare out as he begins to fall down. He like cushions his fall, kind of comes back up for a split second. Now, seeing these guys fight in melee, right? You didn't back up, did you? No, you didn't. Now, seeing these guys kind of fisticuff it out is pretty cool. That might be a finisher, because Titans in Titanfall, if you pulled off a finisher move, it was like a special kind of cutscene, like little mini, like, you know, you go through an animation, do something like the North Star would do like a double low spin kick, knock the enemy mech off of both their feet onto its back, and then it would jam its rifle right down into like the pilot chamber and go bah. Different mechs had different animations, so I don't know if that's that or if that's like 2 dudes actually like fisticuffing it out in like some kind of quick time event. But then those guys were fighting outside, this person was inside, and that guy got like knocked in through the building. So join over 100,000 pre-alpha testers. Okay. So they're trying to get a lot of people. They're trying to get a lot of feedback. Comes jumping out. So the rubble is something that is physical. It's not just like something you'll pass through, right? Being able to slide under, get some movement going, take some shots, seeing people grapple, shoot in the air. Chasing people on walls, being able to jump off of them to hit other things. Again, man, jumping across airships, bro. Like I wonder how like objective play is going to work. Now this I don't think this is like an emote. I think this is like, hey, you're about to jump out the ship into combat, because a lot of times in Titanfall, one side would come in on like drop ships and they jump and they're like zip line down out of the back of the drop ship, and other times you get in this pod and it would like shoot you down out of like a pod cannon. So like one side comes in via pods and one gets dropped in via airships, right? So this looks like, whoever's getting dropped in via an airship, they're fist bumping the guy, being like, hey, get ready, jump, go, 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 kind of thing on the way out, right? Like you say, fist bumping your fellow soldier kind of thing. Being able to slide backwards. Call of Duty, I think they had in one of their newer games, they were like, oh, we've got omni movement. So it looks like in this movement-based shooter, we are going to have some level of like omni movement. We can like slide backwards and whatnot. It does look like we're going to have like some pretty large environments. Oh, crap. Let me back up here. Because this looks like a much more finished environment, right? This doesn't look quite so like rough and alpha-ish. It doesn't look like... I mean, again, they might be going with something like hyper-stylized like this. But it doesn't look quite like an absolute finished product. But then again, it's not 1.0 yet. They're getting feedback. It's free right now. Yeah, this looks actually like a pretty good map, because this looks like something sitting back up on this hill, right? I don't know if you can go up on this ridge, but it looks like it could be accessed from back over here, right, on the other side of these beams. You've got this whole area, and you're going to have some more similar kind of stuff just like behind this person. You've got things that provide different levels of verticality. I don't know how far up these you can go. It looks like you might be able to like jump up and land on the sides of these. I don't know if you'd be able to necessarily say get up into the radar dish, although I don't doubt people would try. Highly destructible environments. And then it looks like they're also going to have like a variety of stuff. Like, see, this is even... Let me see if I can pause here. So, yeah. Like, this is going to be pretty expansive. So you can at least come outside this structure area over here. Again, don't know if we can get up here on this ridge. It looks like you'd be able to, but it might just be an out-of-bounds area. I do like seeing the big maps. I do like seeing multiple mechs. A mech getting blown up with one rocket, though. They kind of flash through several maps here, is what it looks like. Here they're fighting on the outside of a ship. They're back on the desert planet. They're back in this urban environment. Here it looks like they're back on the ships, back in the urban. Flash the desert again, back on the ships. Okay, so they're going to at least have 3 maps for sure. But see, this is where you'd like fist bump your dude and jump out the back of the ship. Maybe some kind of airstrike. I don't think that's a Titan coming in. Again, one rocket, but he's also looks like he's might be getting shot by the beam off of some other dude. Mech coming in. So Titanfall 3 peeps, or Titanfall peeps, who we haven't gotten Titanfall 3 yet. It's definitely going to be a little different than Titanfall. It's not going to be the Titanfall that like we know and love, but it looks like the closest thing, man. And everything that we've seen since Titanfall 2, it looks like it's the closest thing. Mech combat has me a little question. I like seeing the destructibility. I wonder how much that's going to play in on the airships. Like, it's definitely early in development, right? It's not completely fleshed out yet. It at least looks pretty well developed, though. You got the ice place, you got the desert place, you got the ships. And then we got, like, that urban environment. So that's actually 4 maps. Looks a bit more movement based than Titanfall 2. But I mean, at least looks like it's going to be fair. I don't know if it's going to be based more around the mechs or based more around the pilots. The movement's obviously going to play in a whole lot. Again, the fragility of the mechs has me a little bit worried that they could have been highly damaged. Just didn't see it. Okay, that looks like a finisher because that was the exact same thing happening in a completely different spot.
Because I'm coming for you, better watch.
Yes. It at least looks fair. I don't know. It at least looks fair. It looks fair enough. It's coming soon to early access. Okay, so you can download the pre-alpha as a demo. Q3 2027. So it'll be next year, right? It'll be July, August, September. Yeah. July, August, September next year. It says coming soon to early access, but it looks like it might already be out early access. Looking pretty standard. I'm gonna have to accept it. Tetris Studios. Triton XR and Shatter Rush. Okay, how was Triton XR received? Oh, release date 2026, so it is also not out yet. Looks like a VR game. Okay. It's like being able to have like a first-person shooter game in any environment. That's kind of cool. I'll have to check that out. And let the boys know about it. Oh, we got all the updates, but Expedition. I don't know, chat. What did you guys think? What did you guys think, chat? Is it looking any way interesting to you? I mean, if you're not big into first-person shooters, I can understand. But if you like first-person shooters, I don't know. Does it look like it might be interesting? Looks like a pretty quick TTK. Fast movement, a lot of movement based. Probably not for you. I can understand, Miss Macabre. Not every game's for everybody. Like, you know, some people like these really fast, quick paced, high intensity, high adrenaline first person shooters. Some people they like something a bit more laid back, you know? But if this is something that me and the boys could, like, you know, use to catch up every once in a while and kind of shoot while we shoot the, you know what I mean?
For you better watch your lock in.
I don't know. It does look interesting. There are some things I see about it that I'm kind of like, eh. But for the most part, it's looking pretty good. Of course, just because something looks good doesn't mean it will end up being good, right? But if they've already done multiple phases of testing, that's typically a good sign. That's what I was reading in their little early access blurb. Although this is still the pre-alpha that we're downloading and playing and testing, so I would like to see something more recent, right? Like, I'd like to see, and you know what? What do we have in the way of gameplay? Okay, that's Tetra. That's somebody else. Tetra, somebody else. Open pre-alpha trailer. So you guys are advertising it as Titanfall meets the finals. Okay. That's not other people. That's you all. Okay. Do they not... One day ago, for the Destruction 4.0 trailer, it says Shatter official trailer. Up here it says Destruction 4.0. Okay. Down here, 7 months ago, we had the Shatter pre-alpha gameplay trailer. So this has been out for a little bit. This has flown under my radar. Where'd Shatter go? Yeah, I get you. We've seen that. Good color palette. Mostly positive out of recent reviews, 46. All reviews very positive, 398. So it's making its way around a little bit. Hasn't really blown up yet in terms of attention. So you guys have not established... Hey, Titanfall 2. So you guys have not established your upper limits. Gotcha. Maybe it'll be something completely open. It could be good or bad. Okay. I would like to see some kind of how much does one rocket do kind of thing. You know what I mean? I would like to see that. Shatter Rush is a multiplayer parkour FPS where fluid movement meets massive mechs in fully destructible levels. Wall run, grapple, and smash through cover to outplay your foes in kinetic, high-speed combat as the map changes with every fight. Join the rush in our free, open pre-alpha and wishlist now. Mm-hmm. 16-player combat. So 8v8. Double jump, grapple with move. No permanent cover. Man. It didn't really look like it from your gameplay. Shatter has best features like advanced source style movement, playable max, and split screen have all been implemented directly. Hmm. I'm a little curious. Tetra Studios. Based on available LinkedIn list 4 employees. I'm seeing varying numbers. The most common thing I am seeing is 2 to 10 employees. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so on their LinkedIn profile, they have 4 employees that you can see, but they list 2 to 10. So maybe they use contractors. That could be a reason for the variance, but a small studio. Okay. I mean, we've seen some games come out and make it when people thought that they wouldn't here of late. We've seen a lot of games come out that people were toting up, were going to be great games, and they were failures. They got a free demo. Pre-alpha. They're shooting for a release Q3 next year, so you're looking at July, August, September of next year. Not this year. Not 2026, 2027. Oh, they don't have the early access blurb here. Yeah, Q3 2027. Looks like it's something that's been flying under a lot of people's radar, chat. I don't know, you guys think that looked like kind of like a successor to Titanfall? It's something that I'm going to need to check out myself. I can't lie and say it didn't put a smile on my face for some of the stuff I was seeing. So I don't know when. I'm prioritizing the Enshrouded review right now. And I'm sorry it's taken so long, guys. Like usually I'd have it in a week in the life out by now, but that was back when I wasn't making other content, and like when I started working on the review, I just went dark, completely dark. In like 2-3 weeks, in a week in the life review, it'd be out. A day in the life reviews would be like a week or 2. But that was with me doing nothing else. So I'm sorry it's taken so long. I might need to think long and hard before I try another big project like another week in the life. And Expedition 33's got some new stuff. Oh wait. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Like, I've played so many like turn-based RPGs like Expedition 33. I really have. And after doing some research, after Expedition 33, has been out for a while, no, it is not the only game that incorporates that quick time stuff into combat. But they do have this. I'd have to play the other games to see how similar they are, but some of them I just don't even. Looking at them, I'm like, nah, I'm not even interested in this at all. But it's not the only one to do that mechanic, so I don't know how similar it is to the other games. But still, they did something really good, and they got a really great story. Honestly, I wish I was smart enough to figure out a way to just like only make content with Expedition 33. But I'm not that smart. And actually, I don't really want that, because if I were to do that, I would eventually get sick of E33, and I don't ever want to get sick of it. And speaking of another game I don't ever want to get sick of, it is time for some No Man's Sky mods. We've been going for almost an hour and a half. I didn't expect the E33 stuff to come up in there, right? I saw Shatter Rush, like somebody was doing their, I was watching other content creators, like weekly recap and news. I like to watch a variety, because not everybody covers everything. And sure enough, I've watched 4 of those videos today of like just like a weekly recap of news from different content creators. But on the 5th one that I watched while I was eating dinner, they talked about Shatter Rush for about a minute and a half. And I was like, what? That does kind of look like Titanfall. What? So I wanted to check it out a little more in depth, right? I was planning on being a No Man's Sky a bit sooner than this. So I apologize. We're getting to the No Man's Sky mods. We gotta adopt them all. Our mining tool will pull us through. All right. I do like how you get to move around the little thing and as you're coming through here. All right, that's right. I was on this planet with Jay. They're ready to lay an egg? I have them out. Certain amount of time. That does not ever get old. How far away am I from anything else that I have discovered? I wish I could tell how far away I was from stuff that I have already explored and discovered. I'm guessing I am probably really far ass way away from it. It's ready to hatch. Yes. Yes.
I can summon.
I don't know if that'll actually give me any kind of point of reference. Let's find out. I have no point of reference for where I am, chat. Oh, what's on the old market? Okay. Oh. Okay. We do need to go to another kind of planet here. I wonder how far away I am. That might be fun. Trying to get back. Just via hyperspace and stuff. You're out of power. Yes, I get you. Cool. Thank you. Go away. Lord Almighty.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Sorry about that. You guys recharged. You're good to go now, right? We're getting some solar power. Peeps are here. What's up? What's up? We got power to all of our thingamajiggers. Not gonna be that one. Probably best not to do that one. Okay, not that one. Gosh, Lord, actually, I can use you because I can move all you guys into the storage box thingamajigger at the space stations. Skaboosh. Skaboosh. Oh, that's two different kinds of milk. Fresh milk and craw milk. Keep the egg, keep the food bits. I need to get rid of some crap. I need to get rid. It's not the one I wanted, it's the one I wanted. X.
Inventory full.
No, no. Okay, so that's on the ship. Okay. What's up, y'all? Y'all having a good day? Oh yeah, I'm redesigning. That was rude. That was rude, sir. Ma'am. Thing. Oh Lord, just let me run up. Why? Why does it always have to be so difficult with you? That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for. No, no. Oh. Duh. Derp. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm usually smarter in this chat. I just need to get ready. You want to get on Space Station? Okay. I have open slots. I thought they were full. Okay. Now we will fly over to the space station. Now, where do I... Okay, so you two guys are ready to lay an egg. I have no clue what that entails. You were my starting three, but I can't be using all tropicals. Gotta get some different elements. And that is so cool, being able to back out of your ship and then get back into it. Or rather, the pilot seat. You're not gonna try to fly me. Here we are. Now this is, yes, this is a very basic Corvette. No, this is not my finest. This is not my finest. I'm wishing I had the ability to transfer items between characters, because I'd really like to have this super egg that Jay gave me on the character with the good ship. I did go really basic on you. Granted, I created you within like the first hour of the Corvette update being live, so I literally just bought the starter pieces and went tally ho. Tynan, we need to upgrade you, Tynan. We need to upgrade you. And at the time, I did not know that I could just put all my parts in here. I promise I'm smarter on the other character, I promise. Okay, I honestly could probably use the rep with the Viking. I probably could. I'm just going to sell that. Just going to get out the inventory for the moment. I know there's probably a bunch of people I could talk to. Ooh, actually, I've already got one of those. You, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, boss? Yeah, great. So awesome. You're a friend too. Sales gig. Yay. Profit. Okay, hold it. Alright, okay. Chat, I need to use the bathroom. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna find some more of these No Man's Sky mons, right? We gotta leave Pallet Station on Pallet Friday. Hope you're getting the references. But we gotta leave the pallet. We gotta go forth and experience the colors. This will probably be something that happens. Probably won't be every week, but I can see myself kind of coming back and like streaming more No Man's Sky, going around like trying to get creatures, breed creatures. I can see myself doing it, especially with how much time I just spent going around just making ships. I actually had a much larger collection of like little fighters and haulers and stuff, but I sold a few of them off for money, so you know, I could buy the Corvette stuff. But I will be back. And chat, we are going to listen to... We're going to listen to the first song from the intro. This is Kazon's Voyage. It's a mid-tempo bass. The other one we listened to was DG Dot and Coben and Smuriba's When You Find Out, period. We have two other for the outro, but we're going to listen to... Alright, just in time, chat. I had like 5 seconds left in the song. But alright, we have some things to do. Oh, here we go. Nexus. Get the seat, get the seat, get the seat. Thank you. Right. And away we go. And the Titan has landed. If you guys can't tell, I'm a big fan of The Expanse from all the names. And I don't know how I would begin going about trying to make something that looks like the Titan in this game. It would be fun though. I need more parts on this character. Most of my parts are on the other character as far as Corvettes go. Okay. There we are. Ooh. Somebody's got something a little smaller. Somebody's got something a little thicker. Which one is this? Oh, her? Oh. So they like lots of engines. They like lots of engines. You're gonna see them flying through space. Oh, doubling up on the engine. So you got flame going through an observation area right into the intake. Or what should be the intake. Because that is a thruster. Oh, even got another engine down here. Okay. Got a lot of boost from all the landing gear. Got your reactor down here. Oh, that's cool. And another engine. So you got like multiple engines going into engines. I'm not sure I would feel the safest aboard such a vessel. Oh, got another reactor up top. Got multiple communication stations, multiple turrets. Nice, nice. Very well armed, very well powered. You're probably, I would hope you're pretty darn quick. Oh, hey. Yeah. Got some more cannons up front. Going for the uneven geometry. I like it. Got turrets here on the back. Very nice. This thing is like a gunboat. I would hope it's fast, too. Like a fast gunboat. Let's go check you out. Ooh. Oh, very nice, very nice. Flipping them upside down, layering them to make like intakes. Ooh, nice. Ooh, got some big engines. Yes. Ooh, little hover things. Got your reactors on bottom. Very nice. Big engines. Gonna see you going through the. Gonna see you going through space too, aren't you? Oh, nice little radar dome. Top of an observation deck. More reactors. Very nice, very nice. What is this? It's got one. Oh, that's probably attached to the radar dish. Okay, that's probably part of the radar dish. That's why there's only one of those. Very nice. Oh, got a big reactor. Kind of blocking the view a little bit. Got a big reactor. Very nice. Oh, there's a wild looking one. Got some starter ships. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. I don't know what's going on over there. Someone's having some trouble. Might be me. Okay. Oh, and we got a little robot snail slug thing fighting a little squid puss snail thing. Crab. Oh. Okay. Ooh. I wish I could see their health bars. That's what we're missing right now, Hello Games. We're missing like a display to see who's winning. I don't know how you would do that for people outside and without the people matching. And I mean, I don't think it really mattered, but still. Ah, egg thing! Egg thing! Yes, egg thing. Seriously? Okay. 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 Didn't I have genetic stuff? Oh no, that was on those guys. Okay. Okay. So higher dose better? Question mark? Because that was a 21%. So let's sign. Oh wow. Oh wow. What? Weight, height increasing. Okay. Oh, that was in the starship. Crap. So I can only put in so many of them. So what if I put you in? Oh, okay, so that's only going to be height, weight. This is going to be anatomy, coloring. Okay, okay. I have no clue what this is going to do. None whatsoever. You know, let's see what the Great Wizard of the Internet says. I popped over to watch Vontai playing Trees Hate You for a sec. How's that going for him? To maximize growth, the growth hormone slot needs a high-value material that brings the dose up to 100% or more. Limitation: some species, such as the beetle and the diplos, can grow very large, while others, like metallic pets, have a smaller growth limit. I'm consulting the great AI wizard of Google. Okay. So pretty much, I want to get the doses up to 100% or more, right? I don't necessarily want to know what exactly to use, but I'm wanting to get the dose up to 100% more. So if I put 80 of those in there, that gives me a dose of 100%. So I just want to use whatever I can to get it up to second. Oh, some things make them smaller. Okay, wow. Wow. Okay, so let's just make sure we're not decreasing them, right? What am I looking at using? Pulpy roots. Do you guys have a chart? I could really get into this chat. I could really get into this. So pulpy roots don't actually change the size? Huh. I'm gonna want to consult that chart later. Okay. Okay, I'm pulling up spreadsheets. I could really get into this. Alright. We shall return, Nexus. Okay, we're gonna do this right for Jay. We're gonna do this right for Jay. I just need any of my bases. We'll go to the very first one. Miss Macabre, this time. Cerritos Den Colony. Struggling because it's got to teleport me so far away. That's what it is. I gotta say the 7-Up Ghost is okay. It's like 7-Up with a little bit more kick. Ooh, what you oohing about, Miss Macabre? Being able to pull up spreadsheets. Okay.
Technology recharge.
The very first one that doesn't have so much stuff that the other ones have. I never have quite gotten it up to spec. Let's see, yeah, you guys should be powered. Oh, what's up, Tynan? You gonna give me more nano stuff? Probably not. Yay, gave me some more nanos. Oh, that's right, I need to put that in my person. The goopy stuff and the scrap go in the person. The other stuff goes in the ship. You know, it's been a while since I've been back here. Oh, ice creatures. That's right. We do need to get some other elements. Yes, save often. Yes, yes, reminder beacons. Okay. And what we came here for, and you can tell this is a really, I didn't know what I was doing because I'm outside for my resources. Gravitino ball? I don't think I'm seeing it there. Oh my god. Okay. Gravitino ball. We got those. What was the other thing? Storm crystals. Not sure if they're in here. Star bulb. Frost crystal. We got one storm crystal. Okay, so new. We will use some gravitino balls. Cool. And what were the other things? Oh my lord, I'm so dumb. Oh, is it? aggression. I remember he said we want to go for aggression. So Mordite and phosphorus. I want to say phosphorus is something I should have in plenty. Yes. Cool. Alright, we're doing this right for Jay. And the next thing we need is a gene splitter. So good. Gene splitter. Stellar metal and rare minerals. Well, I got the most green, and green is, you know, not exactly not my theme here, so we'll go with green. Okay, and then the last thing is growth hormone, right? No, I already looked into that. Dye injector. Oh, it just literally changes the color. I don't even think I've seen half of these materials. Oh no, I'm starting to see a lot more that I recognize now. Okay. Well... Okay. Alright. I could get lost in this chat. When I can pull up spreadsheets and I can be like, ooh, I can combine this with this, or I could combine this and do this, or I could do this and this. I can get lost, especially when it's like about like breeding creatures, and making mechs and ships and vehicles. And I need to check out the vehicle stuff on this. I haven't done that yet. And then the new picking up trash thing. I need to go to the Nexus. Not here. I'm dumb. Alrighty then. I just flew through somebody. Oh ho ho. Alright, we got good materials, supposedly. So let's see how this works out. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I was muted. I thought I unmuted. I guess I double tapped it. I'm sorry. But yes, we got a Bronto thing, and Kimosabi's got a mind of his Kimosabi's own. Stop. Kimosabi, I love you, bro, but stop. Stop. I guess we hadn't built up enough trust together, huh? It's kind of cute. Yeah, we need to get into some better light. Boom, there we go. Okay, now how... Oh, that's right. I come over Cha. Come over Cha. Okay, so now we are aboard the Tynan. Oh, we got a Bronto. So we got some more navigational data. Now, where in the Lord's name am I? And do I have the ability to hyperspace somewhere I know? Is there a way I can see other places I have discovered on the map? easily. Because I thought I could set markers to go to places. I guess this is what teleporters are for. You know, that's something I did not look at. Have an objective there. Alright, so we'll just teleport at the starbase, and then we will remember. Okay, so we are north of the central point in the light. Gotcha. That's right, I dropped the freighter off near the bay, or near the starbase, that's right. Alright. So now we got a more powerful dude. Yeah, you go ahead and have it, man. Get your ship prepared. Okay. Do we have a table that we can build in Le Corvette? No, we do not. Drat. Can we? Nope, can't play there. Drat. I want to be able to play with my pets and fight on my Corvette. Okay, so we are a little bit north of the center of the galaxy. Or this one, at least. So let's go... Let's go here. Okie dokie. That's awesome. Oh, I'm supposedly in the right neighborhood. At least according to that, the upper left corner of the screen. I shouldn't be terribly far away. There's probably no way I'd be able to see it anywhere at all. Would be cool though. Would be cool. Okay. Now we need to teleport back to... We need to teleport back to the freighter. Wrong button. There we go. That's what I think so. Helps to press the right button. Maybe just a little. Boop-a-doop-boo. Boop-a-doop-boo. Okay, you guys used to have no issues with this. Do I just need to change up the door? Oh, but then I want to have a window. Well, let's try it, shall we? Let's try it, shall we? We'll probably love it way better. Okay, no, it's just doors. You just don't want to let me through doors? Whatever. Okay. Let's put our resources away that we pulled out here. Gravitino balls. Emeril. Took all the phosphorus. Gotcha. That or put it in the starship. Or I did. Drive it. Okay. Okay, cannot summon them. Not summon there. Okay, gotcha. It's nighttime. Alright. Okay, now we need to go back. Let's go to the behemoth. Let's go. Welcome to the behemoth. I'm such an expanser. Such a nerd. Oh god. How did I have this? How did your bridge? Okay, yeah, your bridge. And okay. No, you don't do anything for me. Yeah, I don't really need carbon at the moment. Ugh. Alpha Libra. Discovered 3 weeks ago by Jay. Oh, this is not terribly old then. Paradise Prime, Forsaken X, Tetra Vega, Gamma Omega, Parasite Prime. Not sure I want to go there. Ragnarok. That might be interesting. Forsaken X, Frozen Planet, Gamma Omega, okay, Tetravalda, we got a Miasmatic Moon, Tectonic Planet. I don't think I have been to a tectonic planet yet. Verdant Planet. Okay, so are all Paradise planets verdant planets? All right. Cool. And what we got in here? What are we extracting? Yellow class sterile materials, so that would be nitrogen? Okay. Okay. Storage and your... Yeah, okay. Storage area. Doing a great job. Doing a great job, bro. I love it. And here we have our specialistes. What? Oh, that's this is the exo thing. I need to make a garbage truck. I need to make a garbage truck. You know what's really hilarious? I am actually construction terminal. You guys want to know something really funny? Anytime that I got the oh, do I not fall through the floor anymore? Cool, nice, sweet. I don't fall through the floor anymore. But when I was playing GTA, you have certain kind of delivery missions in which you got to deliver stuff in a dump truck. I always hated when that came up. Always hated it. In this game, I'm kind of excited to build a dump truck. Double standards. Anyways, okay. Where am I in relation to everywhere else I've explored? I just want to know that. Please. I just want to know that. Just how far am I away from my starting neighborhood? That's all I really want to know. Oh my gosh. Can I just get like a marker? Like this direction? Just in general? There's a lot of red stars around here. That's like a red star cluster. Okay, so we're not gonna find that out. But while we came here, oh hey, there's one of my shippies. There's another one. The other one's over there. Let's go to the Corvettes. Okay. I was firing up Mortal Kombat 1 to progress more so I can finish it, and after 15 minutes of loading shaders and only at 63%, I've lost the urge. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what's up with like all these games having to do like shader loading and stuff all the time now. Now what? Wasn't you. Wasn't you. So I was over there. Gotcha. Large ship in proximity.
Ancient Bones, Star Bulb, Copper Paraffinium. Ooh, nice. Paraffinium and silver on the same planets. Nice, nice, nice. High Sentinel activity. I'll just try to keep away from Jay's base in case I piss him off, you know. I don't remember what all weapons I have on this thing. Missile launchers. Photon cannons. Okay. Ooh, I like this little area. Save. Open. And away! Alrighty then. What I meant to do. Anyways. Alright. Take it. Mushrooms. Get some carbon from some mushrooms. Alright, anyways. So, how do we do this? Okay, what do we got? What do we got in the water? Paraffinium. Paraffinium. Copper in the water. Vigilant stone. A save beacon. Okay. I just saw it. I hate little stuff like that. Okay. So now, choo-choo. We need to pull you out. And then we also pull you out. Okay. Where'd the other one go? Can I only have one out at a time? Some love. Ah! And Dusek. Okay, so did the other one have? I'm guessing not because he was a male, but let's, just double check. What's up, bro? Cephas? Induce egg. Oh, so I guess I just need them both in the party, and then I can just have them induce the egg at any time. Oh no, that's right. He said, yeah, I think he said, shoot, scoop a doop. You're heartbroken? Why are you Oh, you're hungry. Yeah, after spitting out something that size, I'd be a little hungry too, dude. Just from the effort, you know? Okay, so now induce it. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. Scoop-a-doop. Okay, now let me look here. What if I pop you out? Okay, I don't know if I want to go. Okay, hold still, Brocetus. Wait, I don't think I need to do that there. Oh, he's a toxic. Hell yeah, new element. Okay, there we go. So all S's, all S's, all S's. BCB, not good. ABC, funny but not good. BCC, not good. I don't want to get rid of my 3 first ones, but what? Got you. Organic waste. You got it, Brocephus. Okay. So I do not want to induce egg of my Bubba. Anything else I haven't discovered? Just like within a short distance here. Looks like no. I know you. Is there any creatures nearby I have not discovered? Submerged relic. No. Gotcha. Okay, we will leave the freighter here. Now we need to go capture some different elements. Hi-ho, Silver! Away! So we've learned a good bit. Learned a good bit. Alright. That's a funky looking one. Okie dokie artichoke. Let's start with an ice plant. We don't have any ice types. And we know we gotta be looking for good attributes. That one didn't have a problem. SBC. Nothing else in range at the moment. S level upgrade. SBC. 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 Yes. Alright, CBS, I'm sorry, top to bottom. Let's read and bond to top. Maybe we're not in a good area. All of you this way. Trait potential. Alpha, alpha. So I'm guessing this little pack is gonna like be all the same. I need to find another pack. Yeah, I need to find another little pack of this. Okay, no. Since we're not going anywhere else, long distance. Okay.
Technology recharge.
There we are. Okay. 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 Okay, SCA, that's looking better. SCB, okay, not looking quite as good. Oh. What? SCA. The little Maywing platypus looking things. Okay. SCB. Okay, so we're seeing some S's. I don't necessarily want to capture some of them unless they're like we know they're going to be good, but I mean, SCA is the best we've seen so far. I guess we're going to need to keep looking a bit here. The Gek word for slug. Okay. So we're gonna have to do a little more venturing. What about you? What do you got? What do you got? Nothing. No. Those little Maywing platypus things. I think that's what we're gonna be looking for, right? It's just finding one with like all S's, if possible. Right? At least a couple of things, yes. Right. I don't want to capture one of those. I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, I kind of don't, right? I'd rather just like get a really good one right out the gate. Might have to build up to it though. Might have to build up to it. I don't know. Okay. You need to keep looking. You need to keep looking. It's not very agile. Of course, the creature may not be a very agile in and of itself. But I think the trait potential up top, I think that's overall what we're looking for to be an S. Biological entity, hibernates, wild mix, nibbles and shoots, remembers faces. G, tetrabee. No gender. So maybe I don't need to. Okay, we'll hold on to you for now. Just because I really don't. Let's get you back. Gender none. Okay.
Ground protection fully.
Trait potential BB. Okay, so let's keep looking. You know what? Let's try to find something a little more environmentally different. Let's go down here near the water. See what doesn't change up then, you know what I mean? Ooh. SBC trait potential A. SBC trait potential A. Gotta do some looking.
Ground protection falling.
Maybe it's the planet. Because I want to say they were SBCs elsewhere I was looking. I want to say the same thing about that big Rex guy over there. You know what? I got an idea. Let's really get away. Okay, now that we have flown at least hopefully a decent clip around the planet, right? Went up into space, got going real fast. Now we be like a good distance away from where we were. I feel like that's what it was up in the other area too. So maybe still not yet far enough away? Okay, base is all the way over there. Whoa. There we go. Oh, the water's just that crystal clear. Dang. I guess no animals. would there be animals on these little islands? Almost threw me off the edge, the game did. Okay, can't do anything with birds. We need animals on the ground. Okay, so we're having a little difficulty trying to find some really good animals, but I bet if we keep looking, we're going. Are there any animals on this bit of land? Nope. Any animales? Take that as a, oh. Never mind.
Thermal protection falling.
Here we go. SBC with an A potential. I feel like that's what we were seeing on like the other side of the planet.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay, it would be frost. Maybe it's the planet. Maybe that's what the problem is. So I guess it's not very good in combat. So these two might produce something good. We know Utzila's good. Ah, maybe that independence was why it goes off on its own. I messed up. Okay, so those are low. Okay, so we do need to be looking for like S. Or at least something good, something kind of high, right? Because we found those on his paradise planet. So maybe I have to breed.
Protection falling.
Maybe I have to breed him up to being able to have 100% effectiveness, huh?
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Radical. Does radical mean I need a mommy and a daddy? Solely applied procedure to the generator is not player characters. Okay. Okay.
Protection falling.
You are not the same size as that. Okay. Okay. Stegosaurus, gotcha. Fast, but well, somewhat fast. It skirts really quickly. But it's slow to turn. Okay. Oh. Get to the ship.
Technology recharge.
Okay. All right. So. Contaminated. Life incompatible planet. Okay. I think it was you. Okay. There's an exclamation mark here. I think that's where I pinged. Probably not. Oh, it is. Ah, yes, this place. Okay. So now we need to find some animales. Oh yeah, big spider dudes. Okay.
Units received. Units received.
Guess I haven't been to this side of this planet.
Units received. Thermal protection falling.
Trait potential B, SCC, fire. Okay, no. Forgot about that. Oh my gosh. No, okay. So we might not have made some good picks on the ice planet. Oh, wait, you had an S? Trade potential B. Ooh! Ooh! SSC. Okay, yeah, that's a step in the right direction. Okay, so okay, so I need a radical to go with my... Okay. Okay, so since they are a vectorized, according to the great wizard of the internet, I will need a radical gender, which I got on an ice planet, for them to reproduce. Although... not sure if I'm going to need a radical gender from the same kind of planet. Probably. Sure, stimulate mucus. Okay, vectorize, vectorize. Oh yeah, we need to give you some treats. I'm gonna gently pet you. Gently pet you again. Grab some scans while we're out and about, because why not, you know? I don't think I've completed a single planet. Oh, that's my companion. Gotcha. Confusing myself. I'm good. Fluctuating. Okay, so this is actually going to be a lot more involved than what I thought. Because it looks like, for at least from what I'm seeing around here, it looks like you have to go to different planets. And instead of like the traits and the way the creatures are being different per region, it looks like they're different per planet. Right? So I can't just go to somewhere else on this planet and just start finding better creatures. S-A-B. Okay, you're not bad. Still, SSC is better, right? Gender male. Okay, so I would need a female of you to be able to breed. Slashina. Looks fast. Feeling sad. I need to give some food and gently pet. Gently pet. Okay. Have another one of those around. Maybe in the female variety. It's male. Male.
Thermal protection falling.
Not the same creature. Okay. Do we not got no females? Not here, we don't. Well, let's get back to our little shippy ship here. All right. Well, I do want to say thank you for everyone for coming out and checking things out as we ran around and tried to find some more creatures. I'm going to say we got some decent picks, but probably not the greatest, right? I thought it was going to be like by a region on a planet, but it seems like it's more by planet of how the traits are on creatures. And I messed up, Jay. I did it almost perfect. I wasn't on a toxic planet. I had a toxic planet. I could have... Well, no, because you have to hatch it. And anyways, but I need to induce. So I need to find another one of those things that I can probably induce on a toxic planet, which I do have in the register. Okay. But
Technology recharge.
we did a hatching of an egg. We got a really cool creature. We kind of learned some more about like looking in here and kind of seeing what we got. So my first picks, as much as I may want to keep them because they were my first 3 and we did win our first fight, they are not really good options. Now if I come down here to Bunil Bunil and Mantidos, all S's, and Utsila has all S's. Now out of the creatures we found on the very first, the first planet it has you go to after your first starting planet, I got an SCA with an A potential, so not great, but maybe we can build them up over time with some eggs. This does have a... Oh, gosh. Has a non-uniform gender. I got an orthogonal gender, Ice Dude, CBS with an A potential, so still not the greatest. When we went to a fire planet, got 2 S's and a C with an A potential. Not the greatest, but a lot better. And then we got an SAB with an A potential on that same planet. Got a radical gender. So with this, I thought you said you were a vectored gender. Oh yeah, Jay said things were bugged when looking through the visor. Okay, so we need to do some battling so we can get them leveled up. So you are probably going to be a good starting point because you're 2 S's. You with an S and A and a B won't be a bad starting point. You with an S, B, and C won't be a bad starting point because then I can modify what they're weak in with these upgrades here. We just got to start battling. Alright. So probably because next week, chat, we are going... Talking during the stinger. Next week, chat, we are going to be checking out Marvel Rivals' new PvE mode. Now, depending on how long that takes, we may not be in Marvel Rivals the whole time. And if we're not, I'm going to jump over here to some No Man's Sky. I got headset here. Jump over to No Man's Sky, and we're going to look on capturing some more creatures. I'm probably going to play some No Man's Sky off stream. If I have time, around finishing up this Enshrouded review, and try to maybe capture some more creatures then. Try to find some more different planets, see what all we can't get going. And of course, But then, of course, there's always the secondary character once you know what you're doing a bit better, right? See, that didn't have a single bit of problem.
Technology recharging.
So we are doing some charging. Where's the current system? Kind of like with Corvettes, once I knew what I was doing a bit better, was able to make something a bit more appealing, a bit more high-tech, a bit more intricate and developed. So as I'm sure if I do some playing on the secondary character, I'll be a lot further ahead once I'm knowing what I'm doing with the creatures. So, there's always that. But I do want to say thank you for everyone for coming out, and also thank you for looking, hanging out while we reacted to oh, I need to close that out. To oh god, what was it? Shatter Rush. Looking like a Titanfall 3 spiritual successor. I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out, and I don't know if I'll do some checking of that out on stream or if I'll do a video for that, but I am going to be focusing on finishing up that Shroud review because it has been taking longer than I anticipated. Of course, there's been other stuff going on and more stuff yet to go on. Links for In the Music are for the music and the trailers are in the description down below. Thank you, everybody. I did stay up a little bit later than what I meant to here, but we were wrapped up in No Man's Sky, getting through some of that, learning about incubating eggs, learning, about how the traits and systems and whatnot worked, induced a couple of eggs, which I think those are still in my inventory. So that might be really good for some more S creatures, but I do want to say thank you for everyone for coming out. Please smash that like button, hit subscribe so you don't miss more and different kinds of content, more streams and different kinds of content. I'm a bit tired. I'm going to go to bed. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful night. Going to be listening to Tantrum and More Plastics Cerberus, and then More Plastics So Good. Because y'all are so good.
slow.